You're listening to the Elevated News Podcast with two dope dudes. Here are your hosts, Dave and Aaron. Welcome to the Elevated News Podcast with two dope dudes. We're a podcast focused on discussing local and national cannabis news and culture. I'm Aaron. This is Dave.
Hey.
What's going on, dude?
Shit. I got frozen water.
You got frozen.
That's ice.
I
got ice.
It's a morning, right?
Yeah,
it's a morning. It's a Tuesday, Monday morning.
Happy Tuesday, Monday morning.
Happy Tuesday, Monday morning. I guess this is the Christmas episode. Or
Okay.
should we start it off as the New Year's episode and then end it as the Christmas episode like we did last time, just in reverse?
Dude, I think
It's up to you.
Well, this one is the New Year's episode now.
Yeah, this is the New Year's episode now.
Sheesh.
Yeah, right? This is episode 26, so we've successfully done half a year of podcasts.
Sweet.
Yeah, dude. Cool. Having fun.
Bringing you
news.
the most up-to-date 1 week late news.
1 week, 2 week late,
Oh, something like that.
something like that. But
Yeah.
whatever. We're having fun. Things are good.
We can make it faster.
Yeah.
Just tell your friends.
Yeah, tell your friends we'll make it faster.
Yep. That's
Like-
it.
Shit. So, yeah, dude. Happy New Year. What are you looking forward to next year?
I don't block shit off in my head like that. That's just today and tomorrow for
Just-
me, man.
How about just like a new year? A new things to
Yeah,
experience? Something
yeah.
like that?
I feel a lot
I
of
mean,
times during the year, I
some-
forget. I'm like, wait, what year? I've been doing it
Yeah.
all year. What fucking year is it? When I'm writing down on documents and
Yeah.
I don't ever know. But it's because I don't care. To everybody's, I can't wait for 2023 to be done. What the fuck you mean?
Yeah.
Why you keep saying that? You're just putting some false shit in your head. Fix today. Who gives a fuck about 2023 or 2024? It doesn't necessarily do as much for me in the, I don't know. I don't align myself that way. It just
Man,
doesn't.
you could have just said, like, I can't wait till it's warm again and we can do lots of disc golf.
That's the
Jeez.
only, maybe that's the thing that I care
Jeez
about.
Louise,
They
buddy.
should just move the new year back to when it gets fucking warm again. But then it gets warm at different places around the globe
Yeah.
at different times. Who knows?
Man, why'd you have to make it all? I mean, yeah, living today, but like I know some people that were like,
Hey,
we've had a lot of deaths. I can't wait for 2024 because like then it's like this part is over. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to new stuff.
Well, hey, listen.
Yeah, see?
Today's a new day anyway.
Yeah.
Don't worry about what happened back then. That's just back then. If you put measuring sticks to it,
Negative
then it
Nancy
makes
over
it.
here.
No, I just think it's easier to overcome something if you don't put such big measuring sticks on it. You know.
Biz, drop a comment if he was being a negative Nancy. Please and thank you. I know you got my back on this, Biz. Thank you, brother.
Listen, I love y'all. I'm just saying we could overcome all of this stuff if we don't go, oh, it was 2023 that dragged me down. We still got 13 more days of this thing. So
Not for these people. It's the new year, buddy.
Hey, they're already there.
Yeah, they're already there.
Hey, you made it past the shit then. What are you worried about? It's a great fucking day. Happy New Year. See? They ain't got nothing to worry about.
Man, that's what I was trying to say. I was like, man, this is a New Year's episode. What are you looking forward to? And you're like,
what am I looking forward to?
Yeah.
No, it's today. I like to take care of today, be happy about today.
Yeah.
And, what are we...
We got potluck tonight.
Sheesh!
We got potluck tonight. We got the potluck meeting tonight.
That's right.
It's going to be a fun time.
I work with them. I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, some other time.
Another time.
Let's
Another
yeah.
scene. I'm sorry. I went a little musical.
Yeah, no.
If anybody knows what I was just singing, that's awesome. If you don't,
then you should get yourself to a ween show.
No, it was close. No,
Okay.
no, it was.
I mean,
I don't want to spoil it because I really want somebody out there to be like, he was singing this song from this play. Anyway, we'll wait. We'll see.
well, I guess. I
Yeah.
mean,
I don't want to spoil it. Maybe if somebody remembers and they put in the comments like, hey, I don't really know what song you were singing. Can you tell me now that I'm listening to this and I want to know what it is? And then we'll respond to it.
Okay. I mean, Ween was a good choice. Or a good.
It can be, yeah.
I mean, it was a good guess.
Well,
I mean,
it's
like,
mostly like 4-letter things for me. I'm a Kiss fan.
oh, okay.
Ween.
Oh,
And then this
I'm not into
play
Kiss.
is also
I'm
only
sorry.
4
I didn't know you were into Kiss.
letters. Yeah, why not?
Are you looking forward to all their new cartoon music?
Sure enough.
Cool.
Yeah.
Because they're in the metaverse now.
Ooh, nice.
They just had their final tour.
In the metaverse?
No, and then this was like the final
They
live show.
say that shit every year.
And then
That's what every
then
band
they released
does.
then they released the metaverse and said the adventure would continue.
Yeah, that's what everybody does.
Yeah.
You know?
It's cool. Dead might be playing at the Sphere in Las Vegas. That's pretty cool.
That would be sweet.
That'd be dope. Get some bad seats for too much money.
Dude, I don't know how I would feel about that thing.
The Sphere?
Yeah, some people said that it can be mighty claustrophobic feeling, and
yeah, because it's not actually that big. It's like you're in like for a sphere to be large enough to be stable and then still have an inside is so much smaller.
Yeah, well,
because it's like being in a confined space.
I believe it. Yeah, I've heard that vertigo can be a big problem in there. I already get kind of that thing going on, so.
I heard you get some bad seats in there and you don't even know, you can't even see nothing.
Really?
Yeah, there's like where you're like set back and like you can see like the concert, but you can't see all the like the whole sphere.
Oh, okay. That sounds reasonable.
Like if you're
under,
like if you were like
right?
yeah 2 under 3 in like Wrigley or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You can be in the wrong space.
Yeah.
I heard that place has the potential of directing noise at every seat just so that the person sitting in the individual seat would hear exactly what they wanted them to.
Yeah.
So that they could translate everything into like everybody's different language, or that's what the technology they're working on, so that everybody in the entire place, they could come from any speaking language at all, and while they were sitting in their seat, it would specifically sound like.
What if you sat in the wrong seat?
It would stop the seat hopping, unless maybe you like kept hopping into each different seat trying to find out where the
that's weird. Otherwise you'd have to have some
at.
like weird tracking thing, and that's even weirder.
Yeah
I'm not for it.
Hey, directing sound waves.
Oh yeah
Anyway,
yeah let's do Pluggerooskies real quick.
Hey,
we'll get on with the show. Yeah,
always.
You can find us on Apple Podcast, Spotify, and all your other favorite streaming apps. Two Dope Dudes YouTube channel. Please give us a like and leave a review and subscribe, please. This helps us reach more people. You can find us at supportdopepeople.com along with links to our other pods and stickers. If you sign up for them, I also have the t-shirts online. You can purchase those there. I'm Aaron.
And I'm Dave, and we're the Two Dope Dudes. We're here to tell you about the Crop Culture Box, where you get a curated selection of quality grow items and seeds to help you plant with a purpose.
Use our code 2DOPEDUDES for $10 off any box, $100 or more for new customers. Get the Goat Holiday Box and check out their selection of seeds too.
That's cropculture.net. Use the code 2DOPEDUDES.
MrCBDChicago.com, our friend. Please use code 2DOPEDUDES for 10% off. And then more friends of ours, the Green Grow Biologicals. You can buy soil, living soil, and microbes and stuff for your vegetable garden or your home grow at thegreengrow.com. Use code 2DOPEDUDES for 10% off your order. Also, Mike 10, because, that's our buddy Mike from Green Grow is the rep for Illinois.
Nice.
I'd like to drop his too.
Green GRO.
Yeah, GRO. TheGreen GRO. Thegreengrow.com.
That's right. And it's Two Dope Dudes spelled all the way out. TWO. All right. Anyway, if you don't mind, also check me out Thursday nights, Peace, Love, and Cope I'm on YouTube. We hang out. We talk cannabis. We talk about why you shouldn't care about if it's New Year's or last year's.
Mm-hmm.
And we just hang out with our friends. Please come hang out. Peace, love, and coke.
Yeah, super fun
YouTube.
time. Shout out to Twisted Art Lady and all those new friends from
That's
there.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. We have some really cool people that have been coming in lately. I've been having a lot of good times in the evening. Some good humor,
Yeah.
some good laughs. I recommend stopping in at least once.
Yeah, come hang out.
Yeah, it's been getting tougher to get in a game now. People are like, I didn't get in. And I'm like, oh.
Well, that's what the audience is for.
That's right. They're participating.
Yeah, participate in the audience. And then, you figure something out where you're going to have to, take turns or something like that. Host multiple games.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Fun times.
Yeah. But no, ask me anything about cannabis. I will help you use it as a medicine.
Yeah, speaking of medicine, can I shout out my friend Ghost Pharaohs on Instagram? Gave me some real CBD medicine right here.
It's really nice.
That was at the Charlie's, the little bean grow shop, Hashmas.
300 milligrams of CBD.
300 milligrams of CBD, 50 milligrams of CBG, and 5 milligrams at CBN.
It's a beautiful mix.
Yeah, isn't it?
I thoroughly enjoy it. I've been representing a hemp company recently, and
shout out Kif Care.
Shout out the old Kif Cure, crafted bites and delights.
That's right.
Tons of really good stuff, actually. They do make some pretty good products, and it's seeing this thing used. Also, and I say this thing, it's the plant, right? Like it's the plant that keeps on giving, but seeing it even in its hemp form, be able to achieve all the things that it can, hempcrete and hemp wood and fiber and just
and straws.
Which we have straws, paper, also using the hemp seeds themselves as a feed, as a source of protein, both for ourselves and for possible livestock. Instead of using corn, which is water and sugar pretty much, why not use a decent piece of
I love me some hemp sourdough.
Yeah
Yeah,
very cool to be learning the things that I am and seeing the world of cannabis not only be cannabis but also hemp, and just see this plant in all the different lights that it does. It's very cool, and thanks to Kif Cure for the opportunity to be part of.
That's you're very lucky, dude. That's super cool. That's a lot of stuff that I'm interested in. That's awesome.
There is
don't forget about me, buddy.
Shit. There's a great potential for this plant to revolutionize how we sustain our lives, and it should have been, and it should still be for a very long time.
And that's part of what we're doing here, is being able to bring information to people and being able to present it in a way that is also entertaining, hopefully.
That's right.
You know what I mean? That's kind of what you and I kind of set out to do. You are way more focused on the medicinal side of how cannabis and hemp can help people.
That's right.
And I'm learning, but I'm way more focused on the growing side, and I love... I find a lot of inner peace and just like having I've talked about it before, going to the garden every day and taking care of the plants and like cultivating them up or whatever. Like that's more my thing. And I think there's some really easy ways. And I've been talking to people about, just how easy it is to just grow quality cannabis for yourself. And so you don't have to pay extra taxes, or you don't,
Yeah. Yeah, no, I respect that. We're at the point where, I don't know. I just like how neat it is to take away so many things that we use incorrectly, like trees.
Mm-hmm.
It takes 30 years to grow a tree, and we cut it down to make a few packets of paper or whatever.
Right.
And the level of waste with that, but I don't know. Not that matters. You throw a piece of hemp paper on the ground, it'll pretty much biodegrade. You know.
My backpack's hemp. I have a hemp backpack, that I've had for a long time. They make Datsusara makes a hemp disc golf pack.
No,
You should look into that.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I will look into that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I'm into it. I like it. I've just started sipping on the Kool-Aid a little bit, and I'm happy to be part of it. I'm down to see what the future of not only cannabis, the THC producer, but what hemp is very capable of as well. And neat. Very neat.
Yeah, very neat. Speaking of hemp straws, you remember that's what started this whole suppository thing.
Oh, my God.
Because we were talking about hemp straws. So let's respond to that. So here we go. Here, I'll let you do it, because
I did find the destruction process interesting. I had no idea they went to those links.
Yeah, that's from Dudley Dawson.
Yeah. Dudley?
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Shout out Heisenberg Brothers. Appreciate this. Shout out. We actually smoked some grape fizzy this morning that I got from Heisenberg Brothers at the Hashmas event. And shout out to the Aurora Cannabis Club and Bob's Exotics as well for hosting their event. I went there and got to show off some of my recent harvest. And I was gifted a cut from somebody. And so thank you for that. I look forward to not killing it, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't kill it, bro.
Yeah. No, it'll be fine.
I fucking love Gary.
Yeah.
Hemp is really awesome. Yeah. Glad to know two dope dudes that know what they are talking about. Real good info. Cheers to Aaron and Dave. Much. Gary Bear, love you, buddy.
Yeah.
Old Saggy Pants, the belt MC. So I went on to Twisted's thing. I was playing a few games over there the other night. And Gary chimes in. He goes, "Hey, I'm here." He goes, "The old belt mechanic or whatever." And dude, I lost my mouth.
Oh my gosh!
I have it saved on my phone. I'll show it to you in a little bit.
That's great. I love Gary. Gary's awesome.
Yeah, such a good guy. Love you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Anita and Lucy, shout out.
Dudley says, "I tried a banana vape the other day. Probably the best vape I've had. Been a while since I had any really exotic flower, but the whites from back in the day may have to be my favorite. Haven't tried the suppository, but I wouldn't rule it out. People just funny about the butthole. If it helps, do it." Sounds exactly like Dudley Dawson to me.
Oh, it's the facts. Yeah, it's man, it's such medically speaking, it's awesome.
Yeah. Our first flavor, minty. That was the first.
Mint,
because we asked for what's your favorite flavor.
I feel like that's like dual purpose.
I mean, I don't know.
I feel like it's gonna add that little extra something.
I mean, like wintergreen. I don't know. Seems maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, it's maybe not bad. I like it.
Yeah.
Dudley said I can taste it.
And then this is where I told you about this. Dudley asked, "Do you think the belly button method would help car sickness, motion sickness? Is it good for anxiety?" I said, "I think it's something worth trying out to see if it works for you. I know Dave has told me that he has used it for a similar reason."
Yep.
And then,
Yeah, so definitely motion sick. Dude, I feel like we might have answered this question on the last episode too. He might have written this question twice because it takes 2 weeks for us to get there. So, but I believe motion sickness might be something you should try the Pashadi method for, especially because in vehicles and stuff, because you wouldn't want to take something that would intoxicate you and make you feel like you were less capable of driving. Pashadi method wouldn't be intoxicating by any means,
right.
and may be very capable of solving that nauseous kind of motion sick feeling. I also know that there is Now, I don't want to tell you to do it with the body oil. That's not my thing. But I've seen things in the past that used to be like for ears.
Like neti pots?
No, where you could drop like a cannabis, like a drop, like an ear drop.
Oh, okay.
But it had cannabis in it.
Gotcha.
And I would wonder if that would help too. Kind of like, yeah, mess with the equilibrium a little bit.
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't know.
Definitely test that one out before you drive. Don't mess with the equilibrium and then drive.
Oh,
Don't do both at first. That's all I'm saying.
Don't put weed in your ear, man.
Yeah, don't put
and
weed
smoke
in
it.
your ear, man.
Don't put it in there and smoke it. Now, I don't know. I don't know, but I do know that they used to have, and I've seen nasal sprays, and you know, I've seen them be effective for certain people. I would not use a nasal spray personally.
Yeah.
I tried it a couple of times. It was just weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a good drip. Bamboo everything, says Mrs. K. Moore.
That's
swear by it.
Yeah, shout out to Kelly.
Yeah, I mess up. Bamboo grows really quickly too, and that's the beauty of
Bamboo's
why
a
hemp
weed.
is correct. That's why
I used to grow in
hemp
Minecraft.
and bamboo both are respectable candidates as alternatives to, especially the use of wood that we have right now.
Hell yeah, I'd live in a hemp building if it was warm.
Yeah. Well, and the hemp insulation's super dope.
Yeah.
I saw some of that at work too. You can pretty much set fire to the one side of it, and on the other side, you don't like feel it at all.
That's awesome.
Yeah. You torch the shit out of the one side of it.
We should make the spaceships out of hemp.
It's probably not a bad idea. Nah, that shit.
No,
space, bro?
They got that crazy. You see those cubes that they heat up to thousands of degrees and then they pick it up because of the heat disbursement?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, aerogel?
Yeah, aerogel.
Yeah. No, it's pretty neat. I'm into space, but from down here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're
I would not go up there.
You don't do those you don't do the tin can travel, right? Would you go on a train?
Yeah, I don't mind trains.
Okay.
Yeah, that don't scare me. I've been on plenty of trains, just more into the city and out.
Yeah.
Prolonged periods of it. I don't know. It might get me motion sickness at the end, to be quite honest with you. All that moving. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how. I mean, I'm not afraid of it. I just don't know how sick I would get or not.
I was just wondering.
Fuck flying though, and then fuck flying 17,500 miles an hour also.
Yeah, I don't know about going up to space, but you know.
Nah.
I'm fine with flying. I don't have a problem with
I'm
flying.
happy that there's brave people that have gone out into space. That's real neat of you. Thank you.
I think so.
Yeah. You've there's a really good show on Disney, Nat Geo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Will Smith did it, but there was like I forget how many, 9 astronauts or something. 7.
Pluto.
Yeah, that's a real
Keep the
shit.
word planet out your mouth.
Oh hell no. Oh hell no. That's funny as hell. Yeah, no, you check that out. That's, if you haven't seen it, man.
What's it called? I'm sorry.
No. One Strange Rock.
One Strange Rock.
Yeah, it's some astronauts who have observed the Earth from space, and they go up to the International Space Station, and the last person that, like, one of the last episodes, they talk about the re-entry back into Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And
where you fall back into Earth?
Yeah,
you fall back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They said
orbiting a planet is just falling and missing strategically.
Yeah, they jump off at a certain time and aim themselves towards, I think it's like some part of Kazakhstan or something, because there's so much vast emptiness. And then they just get a bunch of people out in the desert, and they try and wait until the parachutes deploy.
Yep.
And then the parachutes deploy, and that's it. Wait until you smash the ground. There ain't no put the wheels down and come in fucking whatever. That shit is
Yeah, no,
fucking smash.
it's all math. It's all math. It's all very
Wild.
strategic because the way that you're orbiting Earth is you're just like barely missing on the horizon. You know what I mean? And there's just a little bit of adjustment, and then you just have to math it down. You know what I mean?
Hey.
Because you have to get down.
Get down
And know
on
how
it.
fast you're gonna go,
Get down on
and know
it.
what the rotation is. There's a bunch of really interesting stuff that you can learn about that Kerbal Space Program.
Hey, there you go.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's a very easy way to learn about stuff like that if you wanted to.
I watch a lot of the YouTube space program.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
same. Like I like space stuff.
Yeah, I do.
You know.
I really do.
Speaking of space, there's a whole bunch of space right here.
Ooh.
Ooh. Let's talk about this.
All right.
We've been talking about it. Now I think on the last episode we reported that Illinois sold the largest amount for recreational ever, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Biggest rec sales. Yep.
Biggest rec sales
Month over month, year after year,
yep.
they just keep
since legalization,
raising
since 2020.
and rising.
Now since March 2020, Illinois medical cannabis sales lowest. So this is from our friends at Illinois News Joint. This is from Jason Brown. Like that guy. We need to, at some point, get our stuff. I know we keep saying this. Get our stuff together so we can do like video podcasts because Jason would love to come on. He's told me multiple times. We could even talk to him about stuff like this.
That would be sweet.
November sales were the lowest since March 2020. Totals of, what is that, 23 million?
Yep.
23,397,209.38. Despite serving only 129 less patients, selling 3,117 more grams of dry cannabis than the uptick totals of October, and adding 644 new medical patients in the last 30 days. So despite serving only 129 less patients, so whether
selling
people
3,000 more grams. Hold on.
yeah.
What is it? It's like 450 per pound. You're like 8. No, you're like 6 pounds of shit. You ain't even 6 pounds of shit.
So they sold in
Wait,
Illinois.
Yeah, they might be a little bit more.
Yeah.
My math is off. It's 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in Illinois, they sold 7 more pounds.
In the whole fucking state?
Of dry cannabis than the uptick totals of October, whatever math that is.
Yeah.
And adding 644 new medical patients in the last 30 days.
That's it? You guys that might be the 644 that have been listening to us.
I hope so.
Yeah, they're like, shit, you know what, they're right.
Really, please reach out if you would like to get a medical card. It is beyond easy to get a medical card in Illinois.
Or find your friend who has a medical card and get you one of them caregiver situations set up. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's a list of things. You go, this is what I have. You talk to the doctor. And they go, here's the thing. You send it to the state. You get your license that day, correct? Or within 24 hours?
Yeah.
And then it's 90 days that the state has to give you your actual card. If there's an issue there, that's when that comes up.
Yeah.
It's beyond easy, is all I'm saying.
Actual facts.
Actual facts.
Yeah.
So please reach out to us. Let us help you. Hopefully next year, something we've talked about doing is, signing people up at events for medical cards. And hopefully we'll be able to help out with that in the future more. Illinois licensed medical cannabis dispensary served 62,489 unique patients, purchased over 1 million grams of dry cannabis, and by comparison, in October 2023, licensed medical cannabis dispensary served about the same number, 62,618 unique patients, purchased
3,000 grams less.
3,000 grams less. In November, dispensary sold 12 million in dry flower and 13 million in concentrates infused products. The current total number of active patients in the medical cannabis patient program as of October 31st, 2023 is 139,260, an increase of 644 patients in the last 30 days.
Yeah, that's wild.
That is wild. That's why I think we we need to have more medical patients so that we can actually stand up for our rights and show the state that there is a demand for home growing. There is a demand for.
Can you go back up so I can? I
Yes.
just need to see the math.
Sure,
on this
no
really
problem,
quick.
brother.
I need to write
I'm
down.
glad.
1, 2, 7. They sold 2,794 pounds of cannabis. But now, what was that other one? It was like 3,000 grams, 31 or something like that divided by.
Is that the one at the top?
They sold 6 pounds more of cannabis than they did last year.
In Illinois.
Or last month. Yeah, how's it? That's weird as shit. You sold 2,000 something pounds, but you had an increase of 6 pounds only.
Do you wonder
I think it probably just capped out mostly. It's just, yes, now, okay. That's wild. I mean, especially if you're only adding 644 patients, the demand for cannabis amongst the medical
Correct.
group of people is going to stay pretty consistent if you're not adding a bunch of people.
Right.
But it's not incentivized for the state to have you become a medical patient, so why
Correct.
would they make you become
Correct.
a medical patient?
Correct.
So,
Which is why you should become a medical patient. That's
yeah.
exactly why you should become a medical patient. I was talking to one of my gromies, my very close gromies the other day, who told me he was like, oh yeah, I'm getting a medical card. Like
Yeah.
him and I had been discussing it, and he was like, no, I'm good. And then he was like, oh no, I gotta get it. I was like, yep.
I mean,
You'll see.
yeah, there's a
It's protection. Yeah. It's protection. Yeah. If you're running around with stuff on you all the time, it's protection.
Yeah, just not more than 0.3% by volume THC, man. That THCA, that CBD, that CBG,
Yep.
CBN, THCV.
Yep.
10, 8, 9, PO, P, JD. Well, how many different THCs have I seen recently? It's unfucking believable.
Well,
how many
don't forget about the ones that are banned.
Oh, well, the Cthulhu or whatever it was.
Yeah, whatever it was. Yeah, there's so many other things that are.
I'm like, holy shit, dude. Every other cannabinoid except for THC is, you're okay. Just don't be ridiculous about it. And
I mean, the thing is that if you're running around with it and you get stopped, it doesn't matter what you have on you. If you're a dickhead and the cop wants to mess with you, the cop's going to mess with you regardless of what 100%. You have. You know what I mean? But like, at least if you're running around with like THCA, you can be like, it's legal. You can mess with me, but like, you're going to test it and it is what it is.
Well, but that's exactly it.
You know what I mean?
According
Just don't be a jerk is what I'm saying.
According to what it says out there, and we can all read the law. We can read the Farm Bill of 2018. It's where all the information that you're ever going to need to see.
I believe we've done that on a past episode, haven't we?
We've looked through some things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about it all the time. That's
True story.
It's one of the
tenets of the Elevated News podcast.
Yeah. It's what writes the actual rule for us in some degree of what what's cannabis, what's hemp, what's allowed and what's not. And if you don't know that verbiage, I would take a look at it, the Farm Bill of 2018.
Maybe we should make mini farm bills like they make mini constitutions and mini Bill of Rights. Maybe we should make like a mini farm bill to hand out to people.
You think so?
Yeah, that might be cool. That's actually a genius idea. I don't know. Maybe I'll beep that out so nobody watches and steals. Because, everybody watches the show, like 7 billion people.
7 billion.
7 billion. That's like the whole world.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Medical going down. And what does it say at the end here? I think every time always ends with this. But I also want to point this out again. Illinois has been stuck on 55 medical cannabis dispensaries for several years with no future plans to add more. Shame on you, Illinois. Shame on you for not allowing actual medicine and instead just taking advantage of recreational taxes. you care more about sin taxes than you do about people actually getting medicine. And that's why you don't deserve it. That's me. I said that about the state.
Oh,
You're welcome. I don't care.
yeah,
It's true.
say what you
That's
want.
why they don't deserve that money. Because hey, what happened to the remember when they were going to give us back all the medicinal users back money that was just sitting around for that, and then instead they just took the tax money instead. There was like there was an account, and there was something in the bill about it going back to
being used for medical.
Yeah, like refunding people. Yeah. And then instead they're just like, no, we're going to earmark that for something else because, fuck them.
Hey.
Sucks. Anyway, Illinois is great. Hey, Illinois News Joint, I like the new logo. It's cool. It's similar to the sticker I have right over here, but it's all yellow. That's dope. Cool.
Yeah, I do like that.
Here we go. Number 2. Illinois again proposes expanded canopy space for craft growers. Now, the Illinois General Assembly Joint Committee on Administrative Rules, or JCAR, released a second notice for a proposed rulemaking amendment that again tries to expand the square feet of canopy space for craft growers from 5,000 to 14,000. The rulemaking was first proposed October 6th and has also been included into the failed cannabis omnibus in May. I mean, this wasn't
been going on for a while.
This has been going on since the beginning because I thought it was like in the beginning they said like we're going to start you off small, and then something in the law said it could expand up to 14,000, and then there was lots of delays, and then everything was on hold. So now they're actually trying to get it so everybody can be 14,000.
I forget the representative that took this thing on, but yeah, he was the one I think that started the 14,000 foot thing, and I love. I don't know why 14,000 feet compared to anything else is just an arbitrary number, but I think
like 5 nanograms, 0.5 nanograms.
Yeah, the same thing, and I think that's
arbitrary.
That's why it just might work because the number is arbitrary enough for them to be like. I mean, we're only giving them 2. We're not even 3 times as much.
Yeah.
Right. We're not even 3 times as much. What's 5,000 square feet? Like half of the people that make the rules live in 5,000 square foot homes and shit, So
5,000 is that? I wonder is that okay? So here's what is proposed. It says. Illinois Department of Agriculture will approve a craft grower's request for an increase of canopy space based on the following criteria. Number 1, the market need for additional cannabis production, as indicated by any of the following: Illinois adult use cannabis monthly sales figure, wholesale cannabis sales figures, inventory tracking data, whether the craft grower has sold 50% more or more of its packaged product consistently over the previous 2 fiscal quarters, availability of product manufactured within a 3-month window of sale, cost and availability of products used by licensed cannabis infusers, or any other data the department may rely on to evaluate market need. See, so I understand that they want to have the reasons listed, but those seem so arbitrary, and the Department of Agriculture their job should not be to evaluate market need, nor should the state's job be to evaluate market need. That's super open-ended and predatory, because what it says is that if we allow you to, we'll let you. We will let you. Not here's this like black and white criteria. Either meet it or don't, because that's pretty much what it is. Like this is a very regulated state, and if you want to play, you have to be on the end, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just I just want to point out.
I mean, this last batch of stuff seemed
Yeah, but I'm just saying,
more.
like, it's just, I just want to point out what that is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's it's yeah, it's weird to have any regulation in the market. I think fucking let people go as far as they want to. If somebody wants to
Yeah,
come in here and build a 1,000,000 square foot fucking warehouse and try and grow cannabis in it, why the fuck not? Because they will be the ones who fail. You don't have to
right.
worry about if the market needs it or doesn't need it. Let them bring a 1,000,000 square foot warehouse and see what they can do to it. The problem is that you would be cutting off some of your direct friends and
Yep.
shit because you've become now friends with MSOs because they bring in such big money, and it makes sense for them to hand you tens of thousands, if not millions of dollars to continue this push against other people entering the market.
Right.
But I'm
What?
not getting too political about it, but that makes the most it's exactly what's happening,
Hmm.
and we know that it is. So, I'm more for allow the thing to be what it is. If you want to come in, come
Everybody
in,
should
but
be able to come in. Everybody, social equity people, people who are affected by it more predominantly than others, just as much as, the fucking
every fucking average Joe.
every single person who uses cannabis, hemp, whatever it is you would like to call it. If you're using it, it's probably medicinal. Some people more than others, because you say THC use is also medicinal because it's the self-care of fuck it, right?
I
So it's
mean,
all
yeah,
medicinal.
it definitely regulates your.
Mood? Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, it helps
Smoke weed every day.
play with your entire neurological system. I mean, it's
Yeah.
playing with your fucking pineal gland. It's playing with it's helping your endocrine system in that regard. It's literally it's capable of doing tons of things past just making you feel good initially. I think
Yeah.
there's some level of actual anatomical refereeing almost
Okay.
or regulation.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a up down or in I think it's a little bit of everything. It's not up down or in between, it's everything. It is the ups, it is the downs, it's the in betweens,
Yeah.
and it's
It's
having a something to kind of regulate when those things should go on and how they should go on in our system. It's
it's
as much a vitamin as vitamins are
yeah.
vitamin.
It's the Konami code.
Yeah.
Ups and downs, lefts and rights.
Yeah. AB.
Select start.
That's right.
Let's go. Number 2, the craft grower's ability to meet all requirements and commitments contained in its original license application, including any additional modifications. So that's basically the same thing. The
Yeah.
craft grower's ability to cultivate additional cannabis at the square footage requested.
That's fucking
That fair?
yeah. Who the fuck?
Like, can you?
Wait, you can't even do it, but we're gonna give you the space to do it. But who
Or
the
allow
fuck?
you the space?
Who the
Right.
fuck can't grow that?
Well,
That's
if you
the
only
dumbest
have
shit.
5,000 and like you're just like, well, can I have the 14,000? They're like, well, you don't have you only have 8,000 space. Yeah, that's what that seems like to me.
Yeah,
Like, I
but
guess
how the fuck are they supposed to tell him you couldn't just
maybe
double?
maybe that means like you are like you have actually I think what that means is, do you have the correct people in place? Do you have the correct staff, enough
Okay.
staff, something like that? Is your landlord going to allow you, like that stuff?
Okay.
And then the craft grower's history of compliance or non-compliance with the act or rules and with any other relevant law or rules applicable to the growing or selling of cannabis. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
Okay.
As long as you as long as you're paying your taxes.
Yeah. Other proposed rulemaking amendments for canopy modification include A, the craft grower may apply to the department to increase its canopy space in increments of 3,000 square feet up to the maximum canopy space provided for under the act of a craft grower for a craft grower.
Wait, this goes up 3,000 feet per time. They don't just get the 9,000 increase.
These are other ones that are proposed rulemaking amendments. So that's one of them.
Sheesh.
I think what they're saying that they can, instead of requesting 5, from 5 to 14, instead they go, hey, can we have 8?
Okay.
Okay. Uh, Number one, a craft grower may request an increase of 3, 6, or 9 square feet of canopy space. At no time may a licensed craft grower's canopy space exceed the maximum canopy space provided for under the Act for a craft grower. For cannabis grow operations with 6,000 square feet of canopy or more, all HVAC units must be variable refrigerant flow HVAC units or more energy efficient equipment. Because when you're growing, your environment is actually the number one thing that you have to be dialed in on. And VPD, the relation between the humidity in the air, the vapor pressure deficit, you tend to run your units quite a bit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So they're saying, hey, it's got to be like energy efficient stuff.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Before increasing its canopy space, a craft grower must complete an application and submit all required fees for license and construction approval pursuant to Section 1300 on forms provided by the department. Okay. D, the department may decrease a craft grower's canopy space by 3,000 square feet if the craft grower has sold less than 50% of its packaged product consistently over the previous 2 fiscal quarters preceding the notice to decrease canopy space. The department shall notify a craft grower at least 120 days prior to decreasing its cannabis space or canopy space.
Wait, so what the?
So they're saying now they can take it away.
Oh my God. That is the funkiest shit I've ever seen in my life. But if you can't sell 50% of your fucking packaged product, just give the shit to the recycling systems and let people fucking, recycle it for you.
I hear there might be some labs that are in need of work next year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just saying. Just word on the street that I heard.
Yeah,
so they can so they are legitimately deciding. The state is now deciding if you've sold enough for them, if you've not sold enough for them, do they want you to? They're completely regulating the market.
Hey, at least this one's good.
They can take it and so the department shall not decrease a craft grower's canopy space more than once in any 12-month period.
There you go. You can only lose 3,000 feet a year.
Yeah.
Maybe you can apply for 3,000 feet the next year, though.
Maybe. But we'll
what a
see.
goofy ass.
The department may not reduce a craft grower's canopy space below 5,000 square feet. Well, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So the 103rd General Assembly is set to start January 16th and scheduled for adjournment May 24th. So between January and May, and it's an election year, so
Sheesh.
They're going to be pushing real hard. It should be fun.
Yeah.
So good times. If you guys have any comments about that, please let us know. Here's a fun one. This is a good one. Let's talk about this real quick. Pennsylvania governor signs bill to let medical marijuana growers sell directly to patients while also allowing dispensaries to cultivate. Wow, that seems like something that's a good thing to point out. The governor of Pennsylvania has signed a bill to allow all licensed medical marijuana grower processors in the state to serve as retailers and sell their cannabis products directly to patients. Just 2 days after this is also from marijuanamoment.net. Just 2 days after the Senate gave final approval to the legislation, which was amended to further grant grower permits to independent dispensaries, Governor Josh Shapiro, Democrat, signed it into law on Thursday. Under the measure, sponsored by Senator Chris Gabbard, Republican, the State Department of Health will create a process to allow the state's 10 independent marijuana grower processors to apply to obtain a dispensary permit to engage in direct commerce with patients. Meanwhile, the state's 4 independent dispensaries can also get grower permits to cultivate products in-house.
Oh, that is so weird. My brain's trying to wrap around. It's cool and it's bad because some people are just retail people and some people are actually like plant people, and to separate them is fine. not everything has to be vertically integrated, and though it can be, you know, it's going to be weird for the people who own dispensaries to put together a cultivation center. It is not hard for a cultivation center to put together a dispensary. You already have a product and it's been represented by these 4 dispensaries to begin with. So now I just feel like it's really weird.
So this replaces the current law that states no more than 5 of the state's 25 grower processor license holders can also hold dispensary licenses. Others must sell their product to a licensed dispensary, which in turn can sell products to patients. This has created a near monopoly in the state, giving select out-of-state operators dominance over the industry, and supporters say allowing independent in-state growers to vertically integrate represents a partial remedy.
Okay.
Fiscal note posted last month also estimates that the reform would bring in nearly $2 million in revenue from application and permit fees. For subsequent fiscal years, the state could expect to generate $90,000 annually. Some of that revenue would be offset by administrative costs that the health department would take on to process applications and oversee permitting. Yeah, that's super weird.
I mean, it's stopping monopolization at some point because whatever, but it's also just offering the same thing on the other end, because once you're vertically integrated, and you already have 100% of the market share between 11 companies or 14 companies, whatever, they all just jump in bed together. They transfer around product, and then that was like our way of preventing monopolization was that you needed to have
a certain
only
percentage.
50% of your product on your shelves could be your own product.
Right.
You had to buy other cultivators' products.
Yeah, and they all just pass the same. It's the same
And
stuff around.
But
it's never
it's
any
3
new
or 4
stuff.
same guys now that all just hang out, and they just
I see
share.
some of these new companies popping up like Illinois Collective, and they're only at like certain dispensaries. You know, there's that new dispensary out in Darien. Have you been to that one, High Haven? It's at the old Darien gas station.
Okay.
It's like in the gas station. It's cool as shit.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah. You like walk through a gas station door, like one of the coolers or something.
Really?
Yeah. No, it's cool as
That's
shit.
wild.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But yeah, there's they do stuff like that where like you can only get like the certain products from certain people. It's not like it's just all the stuff's widely available. Like if you go to Zenleaf, you're only gonna get the Zenleaf, the Rhythm,
Yeah, that's
right.
And that's the 5 or 6 big players in the state.
Right.
All sleeping together.
Yeah.
And you can allow some other players to come through and try and compete, but I don't know what, like I said, it's
I mean, like, yeah, it's Illinois.
just give everybody a shot. That's what I think. I think open the market a little bit bigger, allow people to come in and represent themselves. For the longest time, would we have 14 or 16 cultivation licenses that were given out, and they were able to, and maybe it ended up being 20 or something, but half of them didn't operate, or half of them were owned by the same company. So there'd be 3 of the 20 licenses were owned by one company. But would we have about 14 different brands represented in the state? And even then, like, I don't know, they all needed to bring in other people because they weren't even recognizable. Right. So then they bring in Cookies, or they bring in, Mary's Medicinals, or they bring in, whatever. So it was Mindy's and shit. It was all just like, I don't know. It's weird. I just think let more people enter the market. Yeah. And then there's a better chance for better everything, better product, better pricing. Yeah. And I think that
then everybody has to do better.
Once the market regulates itself, I think it gives a decent living to a bunch of people instead of a really good living to a few people. Anywho. I ain't Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just from the hood, smoking backwoods. No, I'm not going to rap either. I started to do that. It felt... Anyway.
Well, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Hopefully we get some better bills, less restrictions in the new year.
Yeah.
I hope you're having a new year. Here's to another half a year of Elevated News podcast with two dope dudes.
Boom.
Boom. All right, brother. You got anything else to say? No.
No, thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Comment. Anything.
Yeah. Tell your friends. Subscribe on alternate accounts. Do whatever you got to do.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah, no, for real.
Greatly.
Yeah. We love you. Smoke weed every day. Peace.
Yo, ding dong, we're done here. Time to go.